This right here is the second generation boosted board. The boosted board is an electric skateboard that lets you cruise effortlessly on pretty much any gradient. Now let's get into the ins and outs on what this thing really is and how it performs. There were two big upgrades to the boosted board version 2 from its original version. In the second gen boosted board, the electronics are water resistant, allowing you to ride through puddles or even in the rain without worrying about shorting a circuit. The boosted board V2 also has a user replaceable battery, which was not a feature in the first generation. The standard battery gets you about 10 kilometers or 6 miles on a single charge. Boosted board is shipping extended battery packs which apparently double your range. Boosted board reported that they were shipping extended battery packs in early 2018, but I had ordered mine back in May 2017 and I still haven't received mine. There are some additional upgrades from the first generation boosted board, like an improved drivetrain, a slightly larger motor, a new motor casing, indicator lights, and some other bits and pieces. All the boosted board V2 parts are also modular, which makes it easy to swap and change compared to the original boosted board. As far as riding the boosted board goes, the bamboo deck provides a very comfortable, smooth ride, and the larger wheels allow you to ride over cracks or uneven sidewalk with ease. All the controls for the boosted board are in the Bluetooth remote. To accelerate, you just depress the trigger button while pushing forward on the thumb wheel, and to brake, you just do the complete opposite, depressing the trigger while pulling back on the thumb wheel. There are 4 modes on the boosted board depending on your riding level. To cycle through the different modes, you just tap on the multi button 3 times and the board will make a beep indicating that you are in a different mode. Now the boosted board is definitely not cheap, but after riding this thing for a year, I can say with certainty that it is definitely worth its price tag. I commute on this thing to work daily and I just love it to bits. More than anything else, the boosted board is extremely fun to ride. Depending on the mode you're comfortable in, you can go up to 22 miles per hour or 35 kilometers per hour, which is pretty damn fast on a skateboard. I don't always preach safety, but with this baby, I always wear a helmet. As much as I love this board, there are definitely a few areas that have some room for improvement. If you run out of batteries on the boosted board, it can be ridden as a regular skateboard. There is some resistance, however, from the drivetrain, so I'd say it's about 30% harder to push compared to a regular longboard. I've also found it a bit clumsy to carry between rides. The grip tape is super grippy, which is good for riding on, but it does tend to rub against your pants when you're trying to carry it to the next place you're riding. I'd also love for there to be some fender solution, so if you were riding in the rain, the water and dirt wouldn't flick up and hit you in the pants. Other than a few minor tweaks, the boosted board V2 is freaking awesome. It's a wicked tool to commute on. I was humming and hawing about buying it for probably like 8 months before I finally pulled the trigger and couldn't have been happier with getting one. So with that in mind, if you do have $1,500 to spend and you really want an electric skateboard, I do highly recommend the boosted board V2.